What up, everybody? It's your boy Pyro. Today we're checking out some Bad Brains, self-titled from 82, 16 songs, 36 minutes, 18 seconds. We're going in blind. I don't think I've heard anything from Bad Brains at all. I just have heard them mentioned a lot in the comments, and I was like, okay, I've been on a little bit of an 80s punk streak, and I figure, why the hell not? Let's get into it. So obviously I'm going to be a little ignorant on some of the aspects of this, not only due to being a 90s kid, but being a sheltered 90s kid. At that. So yeah, if I'm missing any references or anything, forgive me. Feel free to mention those in the comments, and I'll go and look into them after the video. But yeah, I'm a little bit on a time constraint here. I got an hour to do this whole album, and then I got to take my kids to the dentist. So without further ado, shall we? Sailing On, track 1. I love that this song just ended in class. Like, it had a nice little vibe there for the last 10 seconds. I guess I wasn't really sure what I was getting into, to be honest with you. Very ruddy and noisy, and then the vocals just kind of making their own melody behind all the instrumental, that wall of noise. Wasn't sure exactly how to take the vocals on preference-wise, of course. But it wasn't bad. The lyrics were interesting for sure. I'm going to put this in playlist. I dig this one. Let's keep it going. I don't need it. Okay, so I love that guitar. Love that guitar. Nice and it's like shreddy in a sloppy sort of way. And I prefer. I'm learning this about myself. I'm kind of learning that I like the sloppier shreddy guitar rather than the technical. I actually kind of get bored a little bit with the technical side of guitar work, which is bonkers. And then when the drums aren't drowned out by the wall of noise and they kind of pop out and do their thing, love where they're at. Love where they're at. They sound really nice. On the first one, I typically don't, I'm very wishy-washy with if I'm rating every track or if I'm not. And I wasn't exactly going to with this band just because I'm not really familiar with them at all. So I don't even have an idea what I'm going off of. But screw it, why not? I'll give you guys my honest word sitting preference-wise. I think I'm going to be like a 6.5 for that first one and then like a 6.3 for the second one. Let's see if this continues to warm up. And that's a good range. If you're new here and you're like, what the 5 is a middle ground, that's like, to me, it's like meh. And 6 is like, oh, this is good. Great is 7. And then so on and so forth until you get yourself up to masterpiece. A bad song, in my opinion, is a 4, okay? And then it gets worse as that goes on. So don't get all crazy about people are like, you're always dropping 6s. Honestly, I like a lot of music. I'm not opposed to a lot of it. So if I'm giving you a 5 or lower, I'm being honest, I don't like it or I find it mid. Attitude. The Misfits song just immediately popped in my head. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. That part cracked me up. Oh, man. I like this song. Everybody, I have so many people that are like, you have such a bad attitude. And it's more so I struggle with tones. Like when I'm slightly upset, I sound like I'm really pissed, apparently. So, yeah, I get this one a lot. I try my damnedest, man, like trying to be, keep the tone regulated. But that is something I've always struggled with. And, it obviously you can come off pretty bad with that. But, if you're at least you're self-aware. I like this one quite a bit. I'm going to go 6, 9, or 7 with this one. Let's go 7. The Regulator. Regulators! I am starting to learn something too. I see why, like when we first started really delving into 90s punk, we had so many people being like, this is not heavy punk. This is not at all the hard shit. And we kind of thought it was just because of the fast-pacedness. And now you go back and you're like, okay, that's actually pretty melodic. Skate punk is pretty melodic. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's one thing that will be hard for me to adapt to here a little bit. I do love a damn melody. I love a melody, and sometimes the abrasive stuff, like, I like it as, like, a once listen, but it's not something I'm going to go back to a whole lot. This one so far, I think, is probably like a 5 for me. I'm not a fan of this one as much, but it's also not, like, bad enough to be bad. You know what I mean? But right on that level for me. So I'm going to go with a flat 5 on this one. Banned in D.C. Well, what the hell you got? What are you doing to get banned in D.C.? We got the guy in there right now has done all kinds of shit, and he's not banned. That was let's take a gander, shall we? Okay. So, first off, let's talk about my favorite part of this song. That guitar. That guitar that just kind of hits in the back and just does its thing, kind of shredding. And it has a really, like, high, the notes are, like, really high. And obviously, guys, I'm musically illiterate. I can't play an instrument to save my life. I tried to learn piano as a kid. I sucked at that. I gave up pretty damn quick. Not going to lie. I love music from a listener standpoint. That being said, I think those notes were rather high, and I love that. And it wasn't quite a solo because you still had the chugging going on, and you know the rest of the instrumental, but it was pretty damn close to it to a solo. There's been times I've like, man, I would love a guitar solo in this, and people are like, oh, now he wants a fucking guitar solo in a punk song. This is what I was talking about. That was fresh as hell, dude. That was fresh as hell. We're going to go with an 8 on this one. That's fantastic. I'm going to have to delve into these lyrics a little bit. I don't know exactly what it's getting at by your band in DC, but being that this is an album that came out in the early 80s, I'm just recently seeing stuff like obviously you learned about it in school and like segregation and all that stuff, right? But I never have seen actual videos of like, and they've just kind of been popping into my algorithm, and the videos of white people pissed as fuck because their kids had to be in school with black kids. And I can only think that this might be a connection to that, but I'm not sure. So you think, man, yeah, like I said, there's other people in D.C. that have done much worse. In fact, there's people in D.C. that are in the Epstein files. They're just fucking sitting cozy eating McDonald's like a fat ass. Ja Colin. The amount of people are gonna be so pissed about this. The amount of times that I bitch about instrumental tracks, they don't do anything for me. And that being said, I love this. It was a little reggae vibe, honestly, a sloppy reggae vibe, and there was some like plate scratching or something going on in there. They were like calming me down before they pissed me back off. I can just feel that coming. I enjoy this one quite a bit. Oh, that's ridiculous. 7. We're gonna go 7 with that one. That was a fun little reggae beat there in the middle. Super Touch, Shit Fit. Okay, so I have no clue what was said at halftime there. He said something about a suit and tie at one point. This is definitely those hardcore vibes right here for sure. That dun dun, that's like really almost sludgy sounding, and then the guitar in the background shredding. It was kind of cool to see, like, 8 years later, or roughly, what I mean, maybe not even fully that. 7 years later, you have Suicidal Tendencies doing a lot of like thrash metal sound with that in the background as well, and that's kind of what it reminded me of here. Of course, again, that's later on, but it's cool to see where some of that's sourced from as well. I like the instrumental on this quite a bit. However, I don't know if I like the vocals, just to be totally frank with you guys. We're going to put it in a playlist and see what happens with it. I'm going to go with a 6 on this one. Again, that instrumental keeping it afloat for me. But I could see this growing on me once I get accustomed to those vocals. I'm not a super, like, if I'm listening to hardcore, it's more, I dare I even throw out a niche, like a further in version. I think it's like slam hardcore, a little slower. I definitely prefer metalcore. Hardcore, the more ruddier stuff, it's awesome live. First of all, let me just say that. It is fantastic live. I've heard some hardcore shit that I would never listen to in person or in casual listening, but in person, it tears shit up. I wish Chuck was here to listen to this with me because he would hate this so much just because of the vocals. But no, this is it's solid. Leaving Babylon. Let's keep going.
Will I say from leaving this Babylon? Will not be too long now. It will not be too long. I say my people are starving, but your money's running. I say my people are starving, but your money's running. Your dollar drop down real low. You ain't got no gold to show. We're gonna step right through that door. You're not gonna come back no more. I said the politicians lying, my mama's just a crying, and nothing ever gonna change. My papa just a sighing, my sister just a lying, and I ain't got nothing to claim. No. Will I say? Will I say? Not the great go away. Not the great leave today. Hey.
It's funny because like I love reggae, but if I'm listening to a whole reggae CD, I'm like, all kinds of sound. It sounds a little similar, right? But here with the hardcore vibe going into the reggae, it is such a nice breath of fresh air that I think I'm liking it even more than I typically would. It's such a unique blend. And then like the Rastafarian nature of this album so far also mixed with those punk vibes and ethics are really intriguing to me. We're going to go with 8 on that one as well. FVK Fearless Vampire Killers. Get 'em! That song kicked a lot of ass. A lot of ass. It's not even, it's a little over a minute. Yeah, I dig this one a lot. That was fantastic. A lot. I'm actually shocked at how much I enjoyed this one. We're going to go 8-5 on this. We're going to go 8-5. It might just be a knee-jerk reaction. It could fall down later on, but at the moment, we're going to go 8-5. I like that a lot. That was sick. Oh, shit. Another banger. I don't know if I was really concentrating on that guitar solo, not solo, again, just shredding in the back. But when the vocals kicked back in from that, it actually scared me a little bit. They came in really loud. I was like, what the fuck? That being said, this is another slapper. I like this one a lot as well. Are we at the halfway point? I think we're past that. Leaving Babylon was the end of the first leg of the album. Okay, so far 2 songs into the second leg, and bravo. We're gonna go with a I'm feeling a 7-3 on this one. 7-3. It's going in a playlist. There was a line in here. I was just like, what did they just? Let's go back to it a little bit. I got a little time. Not as much, but with such intensity, I'd like to be what they would not want me to be. I like to cram their chivalry inside their guts. What? I'd like to leave it all behind with the rest of the nuts. Okay. Okay. I thought that's what it said. Oh boy. All right. That's wild. Big takeover. love the lyrics here. Vocals are starting to really warm up on me here. And again, that damn wonky-ass guitar sounds in the background. Just loving that. Loving that. Damn, dude, this is fantastic. Yeah, and then the lyrics talking about no one dared to show for that shower when nobody turned out to be clean, was not even touched by the water, just another Natsu scheme. Nazi, I'm assuming. The bit takeover. Oh, Jesus, these lyrics are butchered. These lyrics are absolutely butchered. The bit takeover, the big takeover. All throughout this so-called nation, prepare yourself for the final quest. Your world is doomed with our own interrogation. Just another Nazi test. So understand me when I say there's no hope for the USA when your world is doomed in your own interrogation, just another Nazi test. Yeah, it's very disappointing as I've gotten older. I grew up in a small town, kind of middle of nowhere, not a huge population. And, I grew up around all kinds of like racist jokes and shit. Everyone, when you confront them on it, they're all like, it's just a fucking joke. And then like 2 hours away, you have Nazis marching, like neo-Nazis marching. It's like, okay, what level does it take for you to be uncomfortable making that fucking joke? You know what I mean? The joke. It really, and it's just pissed me off more and more as I've gotten older. Just fucking unreal. Just unreal. And then that's exactly what they want you to say, too, that it is just a joke and it's not a big deal. And then every black person I've ever pretty much met, while, they might make some jokes about shit like that, they feel pretty strongly towards that word or jokes of any kind, especially from white people. So, it's very, very frustrating. To say the least, and then you're like, oh yeah, we have those Nazis marching 2 hours away from us. You know what I mean? Like the neo-Nazis in the like specifically for me, we've seen especially in the last year, it's been really bad. Cincinnati and Columbus and shit like that. So yeah, very, very frustrating. And they want you to keep saying that. Oh, it's just a joke. It doesn't fucking matter. And then they'll keep marching and when you call them on it. Also, it's like, oh, well, it's a free country. They're allowed to say that. Show me where any Nazi fucking freedom has done anything good for anybody. You know what I mean? It's so fucking brain dead. Oh, we're getting pissed off. I'm going to start ranting. I'm going to get myself pay to come. What the fuck? Did not... Okay, I make decisions with precision, lost inside this man collision, just to see that what to be is perfectly my fantasy. I now dismay that in this world we all must pay to write, pay to play, pay to come, pay to fight, and all in time, with just our minds, we will soon find that's left behind, or what's left behind. Not long ago, when things were slow, we all got by with what we know. The end is near, hearts filled with fear. I don't want to listen to what they hear. And so it's now we choose to fight, to stick up for our bloody right. The right to sing, the right to dance. This right is ours, we'll take the chance. A piece together, a piece to part, a piece of wisdom from our hearts. I love these lyrics. In fact, this is going to go on a playlist strictly on lyrics. The sound itself didn't really do much for me, but damn, those are some really, really solid lyrics. I love the way that flowed. We're going to go with the 6.5 on that. Oh, crap. Did I rate the big takeover? I just think I ranted. I'm not sure with the big takeover. Maybe in the high 6s, low 7s. Pay to Come, we're going to go with a 6.5. This would probably be a flat 6 without those lyrics. I really like those lyrics. Hopefully it'll grow on me a little bit. Right Brigade. Okay, this one kind of just blended in with the rest. I'll be honest. Didn't really do much for me. Lyrically, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about either. If anybody in the comments happens to know, you guys are always really helpful with that. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm gonna do a little research on the Right Brigade. But yeah, the sound wise, it didn't really do much for me either. Even that guitar solo just didn't quite have the I don't know, the grab as some of the other ones did. This one's high 4s, low 5s for me. Yeah, I don't know. I love Ija.
Walking down Babylon Lane,
Okay, that's awesome. Apparently, my phone is set to go off alarm-wise, and it connected to my Spotify for the alarm and interrupted my song and my vibes. And now I'm super irritated. Ooh, stupid ass Spotify. We've already checked out television. I don't even know how close we were to being done. I was just lost in the vibe. Okay, well, listen, here's what we're going to do. That song itself was fantastic. I really liked where it was going. Since I'm not really sure where we were in it, and it's a 6-minute song, I'm not going to replay it from the beginning. God, I was so irritated. So irritated. But I really, really, really was enjoying that a lot. So I'm going to rate it, even if it was a little bit of it left. It's gonna come up my playlist. Let's be honest. I love the vibe here. It was making me feel like I need to get back to some reggae fests. Just so nice. And then, man, we're gonna go with an A5 on that one. I was just utterly lost in that vibe. Again, apologies for y'all listening. That's freaking super irritating. Super irritating. We're going to go ahead and hit intro now, and then there's an untitled bonus track. We're going to hit that as well. I don't know if that was on the original or not, but screw it, why not? It's the least I can do for messing up. I love Ja. I love. Damn it, I love Ja. Intro. Let's go ahead and hit this sucker, and then hit the untitled. Oh, boy. So I wonder if this untitled track was, it's still 23 seconds left of the intro. I wonder if the untitled track was one of those hidden bonus tracks, you know what I mean? Where you'd fall asleep and you'd wake up, hear it, and you couldn't find it again on the album. Those are classic. Those are classic. Yeah, I'm just making sure there's nothing in this intro track. And there's 4 seconds. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit this untitled bonus track.
Jaja's rough and tough. Every nation shall bow to Jah. Yeah, and every tongue shall confess Jaja's mighty man. Yeah, Jaja's rough and tough. Jaja's rough. Never conquer Jah. Satan never conquer Jah. Jah, the conquering lion of water. He has days his chains and set and teach dreadlocks free again and again. Jah. Jaja's rough and tough. Every nation shall bow to Jah. Yeah, and every tongue shall confess Jaja's mighty man. Yeah, Jaja's rough and tough. Jaja the like birds of one feather. Man, we get together like birds on one feather. No matter what your color, no matter what your creed, we are going to praise that. Mama, me say me got to love Baba Rasta. Mama, when me say love of Jaja.
Okay. I kind of wonder if that was at one point kind of just part of intro. Again, as like kind of a hidden track. But you guys can let me know in the comments, especially if you were around, you know, when this dropped originally. So greatly appreciate that. Now we got to talk about the album itself. And while there were definitely aspects that were a little too hardcore, a little too dingy for my tastes. I still appreciated it for the sound. The vocals really warmed up on me throughout. And man, that reggae fusion, kind of like where they would spice it up with a reggae track here and there, but not as a whole, was wonderful. A really nice swap up from the hardcore. The lyrics I really liked. Of course, there was some stuff that I wasn't understanding for sure. Again, that's probably just me not being around at the time, or being new to punk in the last like 3 to 4 years. Punk music, that is. I'm still very naive on certain aspects of it, so don't feel like you can't drop stuff in the comments or whatever. Slowly educating myself. I'll see stuff, and I'm not, of course, just taking everybody on their word. I look up stuff after I see it and kind of delve into it a little bit more. I think a good example, the Dead Kennedys, the Lily White movement. I had no clue about the Lily White movement. Shout out to, I believe that was Midnight Suns, somebody like that. Apologies if I mess up your tag if you're listening to this, but they dropped that, and I was researching, and I had no freaking clue about the Lily White movement at all, and just absolutely horrifying. So learning stuff like this, it's important. I'd say it's important, and I love that I can do that through listening to music. So for my personal taste here, of course, I'm listening to this album as somebody who grew up in the 90s, basically was unaware of hardcore punk up until, basically listening to a couple singles off the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack up until the 2020, some point in there, in that realm, when Chuck and I started delving in on this channel into Bad Religion, and then furthering ourselves into punk after that, and just kind of loving what they had to say. And with Bad Religion, you're talking a lot about class consciousness and stuff like that, and just opened our eyes to a lot of stuff that we had seen, but we couldn't really put our words on it, or we just didn't understand it or comprehend it. And then, researching it further, you kind of get that understanding. So definitely listening to this as somebody who hasn't really delved into hardcore, so I'm sure my rating's not going to please a lot of people, but I believe this might be even considered a classic album. For me, I think it's a great album for sure. I would go with a flat 7 on this album as a whole. I love the swaps from hardcore punk to reggae, but that being said, there are a lot of the hardcore tracks on here that feel a little samey, or just don't quite grab my tastes, which is, that's fine. The point of music is to get out of those tastes and try different things, and that's what I'm trying to do here. And, came out of here liking a lot of these tracks. If I had to pick a favorite and a least favorite track, this is hard, actually. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. I can cheat. This one's so easy. Intro is the worst track on this album. Intro is easily a 0. Okay, you give me 20 seconds of nothing, of just air. How dare you? How dare you waste 20 seconds of my life? How dare you? And then on the favorite side, I'll be honest. I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna go two favorites on this one, guys, because I think they're perfectly even. 8.5s for me, and that is FVK, Fearless Vampire Killers, on the hardcore side of things, and I Love Ija on the reggae side of things. Those two tracks really stood out to me. I love them. I'm still so fucking heated. Oh, so heated about that. My phone randomly connecting to Spotify via alarm. Wonderful. But yeah, that's all for your boy Pyro. Again, I appreciate all of you who watched the reaction, and make sure. I wonder if Bad Brains is still out doing their thing. Let's look here if they have any tours or anything. No, but they got merch and stuff, so you can still support them. And I love that punk with reggae. It's such a cool mix. And I don't know if I'm gonna come back to these guys anytime soon, but I heard they have. We'll put it this way. I heard Rock for Light was solid, and Eye Against Eye was solid. If you guys want me to check those out, drop it in the comments. I'll throw it in the community list. What we've been doing, if I see somebody drop an album, they're like, you got to check this album out. I throw it in a community list. I've been throwing them up 6 at a time in Discord, in our Discord community, and people there have been voting on them. And then I react to those. And if they don't get any votes, I remove them from the playlist. But it's led to a lot of good music, and I do love, checking out community suggestions. On top of that, if you're like, no, I want to make sure you do this, you can go check out the Patreon where you can force me to listen to albums, songs, and what have you there. You can even make me play certain video games on Twitch for streaming if you're into that kind of thing. So be sure to check that out. But the main importance here is support the artist. It's not easy being an artist. Even back in the day, it wasn't easy. And now I imagine it's so much worse just with all the AI bullshit. So yeah, share the music with your friends. Keep the legacy alive. Love to see that. I'm Pyro. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out and jamming some tunes with me. And until next time, toodaloo, motherfuckers.